Have you ever wondered how a small city-state on the banks of the Tiber rose to become one of the most powerful empires in world history? Our story begins with the legendary tale of Rome's founding by Romulus and Remus in 753 BCE. According to the myth, these twin brothers were the sons of Mars, the god of war, and a Vestal virgin named Rhea Silvia. Abandoned at birth, they were suckled by a she-wolf in the wilderness until they were found and raised by a shepherd. As adults, they decided to build a city, but they quarreled over where it should be located. The dispute ended tragically when Romulus killed his brother and named the new city after himself, Rome. But Rome wasn't built in a day, or even a generation. The city's early development was shaped by the rule of the Etruscan kings, a civilization from northern Italy known for its advanced metallurgy and sophisticated urban planning. The Etruscans are credited with transforming Rome from a collection of huts into a true city, complete with walls, streets, and important public buildings. One of the most significant of these Etruscan kings was Tarquin the Proud, who, according to legend, was a tyrant that oppressed the Roman people with his cruelty and arrogance. It was his expulsion from the city in 509 BCE that marked the end of the Etruscan rule and the beginning of the Roman Republic. These early years under Etruscan rule laid the foundations for Rome's future greatness. They instilled in the Romans a sense of ambition, a drive for expansion, and a respect for law and order. These traits would serve them well as they embarked on their journey to become one of the most powerful and influential civilizations in world history. And so, from these humble and somewhat mythical beginnings, Rome began its journey to greatness. Imagine a time when the Romans decided they had enough of monarchy. It was 509 BCE, a year that would forever change the course of Roman history. The last Etruscan king was overthrown, and the Romans took a bold step towards self-governance. They decided to replace the monarchy with a new form of government, one that was revolutionary for its time, the Republic. In this new political system, power was no longer concentrated in the hands of a single ruler. Instead, it was distributed among elected officials, creating a balance of power that aimed to prevent any single individual from becoming too dominant. This system of checks and balances was a radical departure from the autocratic rule of the kings, and it laid the groundwork for the political systems that many of us live under today. At the heart of this new republic was the Senate, a body of elected officials who were entrusted with the task of governing the city. Senators were chosen from Rome's patrician class, the aristocracy, and they held their positions for life. They made decisions on everything from war and peace to public spending, embodying the principle of rule by the people, or at least by a certain elite portion of the people. But the Republic was not just a political revolution. It also marked a cultural shift. The Romans began to develop a strong sense of civic duty and pride in their city. They valued virtues such as courage, discipline, and loyalty, qualities they believed were essential for the success of their new form of government. The establishment of the Republic also signaled a shift in Rome's ambitions. No longer content to be just another city-state, Rome set its sights on expansion. The Republic provided the framework for Rome to begin its conquest of the Italian peninsula, setting the stage for the city's rise to become one of the most powerful empires in history. The birth of the Roman Republic marked a turning point in Rome's history, setting the stage for its rise to power. This was a time when the Romans took control of their own destiny, boldly charting a course that would shape the future of their city, and indeed, the world. How did a young republic establish its dominance across the Italian peninsula? Good question. The expansion of Rome was not a swift or easy process. It was a complex, centuries-long endeavor that involved strategic alliances, brutal conflicts, and a fair share of good fortune. From the moment the Roman Republic was established in 509 BCE, Rome found itself surrounded by rival cities and tribes, each vying for control of the fertile Italian peninsula. But the Romans, with their indomitable spirit and formidable military might, were not to be outdone. Rome's expansion was fueled by a series of wars against neighboring tribes and city-states. The Romans proved to be formidable opponents, leveraging their superior military tactics and technologies to gradually extend their control over the region. At the heart of Rome's success was its unique and effective political and social structure. The Republic was ruled by elected officials who were held accountable by the citizens. This system of checks and balances helped to prevent the concentration of power and fostered a sense of civic duty and unity among the Romans. Two important social classes underpinned Roman society: the patricians, or the aristocratic elite, and the plebeians, the common people. While the patricians held most of the political power, the plebeians played a crucial role in the Roman army and workforce. The Senate, an assembly of patrician elders, played a central role in governing the Republic. It was the Senate that made decisions on war and peace, ratified treaties, and controlled financial policies. This body was a key institution that contributed to Rome's stability and growth. The Roman army was another crucial pillar of Rome's power. Composed mostly of plebeian citizens, the military was a formidable force that was well-trained, highly disciplined, and fiercely loyal. The Roman legions, with their innovative tactics and superior equipment, were instrumental in Rome's conquest of the Italian peninsula. As Rome expanded, so did its influence and power, laying the foundation for a vast empire. The young Republic had successfully established its dominance, but this was only the beginning of Rome's journey to becoming one of the most powerful civilizations in history. Where did Rome draw its cultural influences from? A question that beckons us to delve into the heart of Roman culture and identity. As Rome grew from a small city-state to a powerful republic, its identity and culture underwent a remarkable transformation. This evolution was far from isolated. It was deeply influenced by the vibrant tapestry of cultures that surrounded the nascent republic. The Greeks, for instance, left a profound imprint on Roman society. Greek thought and philosophy found its way into the Roman mindset, shaping their approach to governance, law, and education. They adopted the Greek pantheon, albeit with Roman names, and Greek art and architecture inspired the grand structures of Rome. The Romans even went as far as to claim a mythical Greek lineage through the Trojan hero Aeneas. Yet the Greeks were not the only ones to leave their mark. The Etruscans, the mysterious civilization that once ruled over Rome, had a lasting impact. The Romans borrowed their alphabet and a number of religious practices from the Etruscans. Even the iconic Roman toga is believed to be of Etruscan origin. The Romans also absorbed elements from other neighboring peoples. From the Celts, they borrowed military techniques and equipment, while from the Carthaginians they learned the art of naval warfare. But Rome was not merely a cultural sponge. As it absorbed, it also adapted and innovated. The Romans tailored these foreign influences to their own needs and sensibilities, creating something distinctly Roman. They transformed Greek democracy into their own form of republic, devised a unique system of law, and cultivated a military discipline that was unmatched. This ability to absorb, adapt, and innovate was a key factor in Rome's success. It allowed Rome to evolve, to grow, and to connect with a wide range of peoples across its vast territories. The rich tapestry of Roman culture was woven from a blend of influences, shaping a unique identity that would resonate throughout the centuries. The Romans were true cultural chameleons, and this versatility played a significant role in their enduring legacy. What heroes and events shaped the destiny of Rome? Let's delve into the dramatic tapestry of Rome's early history, where several key figures and events played pivotal roles in its rise to power. Horatius stands out as a beacon of bravery and patriotism. Legend has it that in the late 6th century BCE, he single-handedly defended the Pont Sublicius, Rome's wooden bridge, against an army of Etruscans. His heroic act bought precious time for the Romans to sever the bridge, thus saving the city from invasion. Horatius's courage is an emblem of Roman valor and self-sacrifice that would echo throughout the ages. Fast forward to 390 BCE, a year that would forever be seared into the Roman consciousness. The Gauls, a fierce Celtic tribe from the north, descended upon Rome, inflicting heavy defeat and sacking the city. This traumatic event served as a wake-up call for the Romans, leading to significant military reforms. The Roman army transformed, becoming a disciplined, professional fighting force capable of defending Rome and its interests. Now let's turn to the political arena where the struggle between the patricians and plebeians unfolded. These two social classes often clashed, but their struggle led to the creation of the 12 Tables, Rome's first written code of law. This was a significant step towards a more balanced legal system that gave the plebeians a fighting chance against the patrician elite. In the realm of military and political leadership, figures like Cincinnatus and Scipio Africanus left indelible marks. Cincinnatus, a humble farmer-turned-statesman, epitomized the Roman virtues of duty and service. He left his plough to serve as dictator during a crisis, only to relinquish power and return to his farm once the crisis was averted. Scipio Africanus, on the other hand, was a brilliant general who defeated Hannibal in the Second Punic War, securing Rome's dominance over the Mediterranean. These pivotal moments and figures etched their names in history, playing a crucial role in Rome's ascent. Did the Roman Republic have its own set of challenges and contradictions? Absolutely. Like any complex system, Rome's republic was riddled with its own unique set of paradoxes and dilemmas. At its heart, the republic was a system of governance that championed the principles of elected officials, checks and balances, and the rule of law. Yet in practice, it was a society where wealth and power were concentrated in the hands of a narrow elite, the patrician class. This concentration of authority often led to social and political tensions, particularly with the plebeian masses who made up the majority of Rome's population. Despite the establishment of the tribunate and other concessions, the patricians retained their dominant position in the Senate and other key institutions. Furthermore, the Republic was built on a foundation of military conquest and expansion. Rome's growth was fueled by a relentless drive to subdue rival cities and tribes, not just on the Italian peninsula, but across the Mediterranean. This imperial expansion brought wealth and glory to Rome, but it also led to a reliance on slavery. Many of the conquered peoples were reduced to servitude, providing the manpower for Rome's vast estates and public works. This reliance on slavery, in turn, exacerbated social tensions and economic disparities. It created a society where the fruits of empire were enjoyed by a privileged few, while many ordinary Romans were left to struggle in poverty. Moreover, the constant warfare and expansion created a militarized society, where generals and their legions wielded significant political power. This set the stage for the rise of figures like Julius Caesar and the eventual collapse of the Republic itself. In essence, the Roman Republic was a paradox, a society that championed liberty and the rule of law, yet was built on slavery, militarism, and imperial conquest. It was a society where the pursuit of wealth and power often trumped the ideals of civic virtue and public service. Despite its monumental achievements, the Roman Republic was not without its flaws and contradictions. How does the legacy of the Roman Republic continue to influence our world today? The answer to this question lies in the enduring principles and structures that the Republic gifted to the world. The Roman Republic, with its emphasis on elected officials, checks and balances, and the rule of law, has shaped many modern democratic systems. The idea that leaders should be elected by the people and for the people was groundbreaking during the time of the Republic and is still a cornerstone of many governments today. The system of checks and balances, where different branches of government have the ability to limit the power of the others, was also a significant contribution from the Roman Republic. This concept, designed to prevent the accumulation of too much power in one place, is a fundamental part of many constitutions around the world, including that of the United States. Furthermore, the Roman Republic's legal system, based on written laws and legal precedent, continues to influence legal systems worldwide. The 12 Tables, the earliest codification of Roman law, became a model for legal systems around the world, emphasizing the importance of fairness, justice, and the rule of law. But the legacy of the Roman Republic is not just political. The cultural and societal contributions of the Republic also resonate today. Latin, the language of the Republic, lives on in the Romance languages and scientific terminology. Roman architecture, from aqueducts to the arch, continues to inspire modern engineering and design. The Roman Republic's military strategies, including the disciplined structure of the Roman legions, have influenced military tactics and organization for centuries. Even the Roman calendar, with 12 months and a leap year, is the basis of the one we use today. However, the Republic's legacy is also a reminder of the risks of unchecked ambition, social inequality, and the strains of maintaining an empire. The fall of the Roman Republic stands as a timeless cautionary tale. The legacy of the Roman Republic, with its triumphs and challenges, continues to echo through the ages, shaping our understanding of power, governance, and civilization.